Okay, let's get started. These are the 4 parts of a professional introduction. Please read this. What is it? This is a what I need statement. We know that because we can see we are looking for. That's the phrase that tells me this is a what I need statement. Let's read this. What is it? This is a main information section. As you can see, that's the person's name, that's the person's job, and this is the person's company. And they tell you a little bit about what their company does. Let's read this. Again, what is it? This is an example of a what I need statement. As we see here, I'm always looking for, I'm also looking for. These are things I would hear in a what I need statement. Please read this, and what is it? This is an example of a closing, because we see a name, the company name, and thank you. And it's also very short. Last one. Please read. What is it? This is an example of a hook statement. We don't really see any information about the speaker or their business or what they do or what they need. This looks like a lead-in to that information. And usually questions are going to appear in a hook statement. Okay, welcome to online Module 3. Nice to see you again. This is Module 3 of the Business Networking Introduction Curriculum. And for today, in this online module, we will briefly go over the objectives of this online module. We will walk through the steps of writing a professional introduction. We will do an assessment about what we've learned in this module, and we will start a writing activity that you will complete and submit for your next class. So let's get going. There's only one objective for this online module. You will be able to draft a presentation that meets all the parameters of a successful professional introduction. Up until this point, you have seen examples of presentations that meet and don't meet standards. You've tried drafting a presentation in online Module 2, but today our only focus is walking you through how to write the professional introduction. So, we talked about this briefly in In-Class Module 2. It is easy to say your name, what you do, and so on. Most every class is different, but usually the most difficult part is the part that involves being creative. And that is up here, that is the hook statement. So for today, we're going to use a technique that most English speakers use to not only write a professional introduction, but use for most any project or test or task they need to accomplish. The method we're going to use is something I made for this course, and I simply call this the ABC 1, 2, 3 method. The idea is that we will do activities A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, so that we go from the easiest steps to the more challenging steps in that order. This is also a good way to approach doing any project, paper, or assessment. Do the easy parts first. If you're taking an assessment, do the questions you know first. Then you can move on to the more challenging tasks with a lot more time, and you don't have to worry about the easy parts anymore. First, let's start with the ABC part of this professional introduction. First, A is your name. And we'll say my name is Bill Smith. Hi, Bill Smith. Nice to meet you. This information for part A will appear in yellow throughout this presentation module. For B, this will be your job. Currently, Bill Smith is an English teacher. This information will appear in orange throughout this module. For part C, this is the name of your company or business, and Bill Smith is an English teacher and he works at LASC. That is his company name. And this information for C will appear in red throughout this module. So we have that information. Where do we put it? We put it here, and we put it there. So let's put it in. Hello, I am Bill Smith, and I'm an English teacher with LASC. And the closing again, I'm Bill Smith with LASC. Thank you. So, ABC, done. Let's move on. For part 1 of the ABC 1, 2, 3 method in our presentation, we're going to write the next easiest part, which is what do I do? Or what my company does. So if we remember from part B, Bill Smith is an English teacher. So what do English teachers do? Here are some activities that English teachers do. So what do I use in my professional introduction? So let's figure that out. Look at this dog. Is this dog excited? I think this dog is bored because this dog is looking at something that is boring. If we look at this dog is not bored. This dog is interested because this dog is looking at something that is interesting. So let's go through some of these tasks and see if they are interesting or boring. Grade papers. As exciting as that is for an English teacher, most business people are going to say that's a boring activity for them because that's something they can't use for their business. I would say the same thing about checking attendance. A business person really doesn't need my help to check attendance of people. Help people communicate in English? Now we're on to something. Perhaps other people and their businesses, they have maybe clients or customers whose English ability is very difficult for them to understand. And that's where I can help them. Same thing with checking English documents or helping with English presentations. These are all things that I can do as an English teacher that a business could probably use or other people could probably use. So I'm going to focus on these items right here. Sorry. And if we go back to our template, let's make a sentence for the main information. It's my job to help people communicate in English by reviewing their documents and giving them helpful information. So again, that is what I do as an English teacher, and I think other businesses might be interested in those services. Number 1, done. 2 more. So for number 2, you need to write a sentence based on what you need or what your company needs. This information will appear in blue throughout this module. Again, from part B, I'm an English teacher. So what do I need? Here are some things that I need. As a teacher speaking for other teachers, we all need more money. But if I go to a business meeting and say, right now I am looking for more money, can you help me? I think most business people are going to say, sorry, I can't. Their answer is going to be no. So, oh well, it was worth a try. However, businesses can help you in other ways. So I want to think about the things that other businesses can give me that are reasonable. So, as we said, for more money, chances are most businesses are going to say no, because every business wants more money. More students? Most businesses and people are probably going to say no, because in English, when I think of a student, I think of a child, a teenager, or someone who's in their college age years. And that might be good for 1 or 2 people, but again, they're thinking about their families or other people's families. There is potential in that, but I might be more successful if I say to help people with business English. This way, they're not only thinking about their family, but they're thinking about their clients, their customers. These are people that they could refer to me if they want more help or they want more assistance with their English ability. Some other things that I might be able to help other people with, well, help someone order food at a restaurant, help someone make friends in a new country, Again, I am not a friend matchmaker, but I can impart some language skills so people feel more confident when they're talking in English. So chances are I'm going to focus on these for drafting my what I need statement. So for what I need, let's consider this. I'm looking for people who need help with their English for their business presentations or business documents. And again, this is what I need that other people at that meeting might be able to help me with. And that's why I chose those things. So part 2 is done. One more to go. Number 3. So for number 3, you now need a hook. This information will appear in purple throughout this module. To understand what to do, let's consider this GIF image. What is the cat doing? The cat is touching the person, and the person gives the cat attention and pets the cat. Happy cat. That's what a hook needs to do. No, it doesn't need to get someone to pet your head, but it does need to get others interested in you, just as this cat is getting this person interested in it. So, how do we write a hook? Well, let's consider writing a hook from a problem-solution method. Probably the easiest way to write a hook. So look at this picture. You see a diagram of an untied shoelace becoming a tied shoelace. So obviously step 4, the tied shoelace, well, let's call that the solution. So if that's the solution, well, what problem is it solving? It's solving the problem in square 1, the untied shoelace. So let's say the solution is what I do. That's the problem. Going from step 1 to step 4, or going from problem to solution, should be what you do in your business. So from step B, I'm an English teacher. From step 1, these are the things that I do. And these are the items that I chose to talk about for my what I do statement. These are my solutions. Let me hide myself so you can see that better. So these are my solutions. So if these are my solutions based on what I do, what are the problems that these solve? What about these? If we look here, you see problems with written business English. Check English documents. I can help with that. Problems with presentations in English. Help with English presentations. So these solutions solve these problems. So I can use these problems as my hook. So that's my material. Let's put it into a sentence. And hello again. So for my hook, let's see here. Do you know anyone who has difficulty communicating with you because they are not a native English speaker? So for my hook, I chose difficulty communicating with you, English speaker. And then in my main information, it's my job to help people communicate in English. So as you can see, there's my problem and there's my solution. And part 3 is now complete. We have a professional introduction. Yay! Oh wait, we're forgetting something. Time. That's right, it needs to be under 30 seconds. Go ahead and pause the video and read this to yourself. As you very well know, this can be said in well under 30 seconds. All right. So for the assessment, let's go ahead and assess your understanding. You can click on the link in this YouTube video, or you can use your student booklet if you'd like. And then also after the assessment, we're going to do a writing activity and we're going to do a survey. So feel free to review the video as many times as you need so that you can complete the assessment comfortably. For our activity, it's time. Let's make the professional introduction. Please complete the template online or in your booklet. Again, you can click on the link in this video in the comments section, or you can use this form in your student booklet. I'd probably recommend if the online option is available, go ahead and do that, but the online booklet is there for you. The booklet is there for you too. So again, here is the model that we have for the professional introduction. Feel free to review the video so you can see the steps on how to write it. we will use the paper in the back of your book to evaluate it. And again, we'll give you 3 chances so that we can get yes answers on all of these items. Let me hide myself again there. So again, we need yes on all 6 criterion for you to successfully complete this course. And we'll give you 3 chances to do it. Chances are you're going to get about 5 or 6 done on the first try, but if not, we'll give you 2 more chances. And obviously, if you don't get it, we'll go over it with you so that we can figure out how to get a better score. And that's it for online Module 3. I'll say thank you very much, and we'll see you in class for your final presentations. All the best.